Do you feel like your ADHD is holding you back?
Yeah,
If you could just manage your emotions better, you wouldn't be stuck in a loop.
totally.
Maybe if you could just focus, things would finally start going your way.
Yes.
In this video, I'll break down 3 key understandings which really changed every aspect of my ADHD and revolutionized my life. Jumping in, the first thing I did was that I stopped looking at ADHD as a disorder. I think the name ADHD is horrible. First of all, it's very misleading. You don't actually have a deficit of attention. Your attention is channeled differently. But even worse, calling it a disorder when there are clear benefits that neurotypical brains don't have, it causes a lot of harm. Because if you're teaching people that there's something wrong with their brain that they need to try to fix in some kind of way or fit into some kind of box of what's considered normal, then they're always going to look at the negative aspects. Here's a quote by psychiatrist William Dodson. ADHD is not a damaged or defective nervous system. It's a nervous system that works well using its own set of rules. The more I realized that I need to start adapting my world to my brain and not my brain to the world, my life immediately started getting better. The second thing I want to talk about is very common amongst people with ADHD to have a decreased ability to regulate their emotions. Basically, having very strong emotions, which can be triggered quite quickly and take much longer to come down than neurotypical people's emotions. I always thought this was something that cannot be changed, but what I discovered is actually you can train yourself to regulate your emotions much better. Not only that, once you learn how to regulate your emotions, you have still these heightened emotions which you can use to your benefit. Having a lot of excitement, you can go to a boardroom and convince a bunch of people to invest in your new idea as an entrepreneur. Saying that, if you have a lot of excitement and you go out on a first date and you feel like you really like the person, you're like, oh my God, I'm so in love, let's be together forever. That can maybe work less in your favor. What I'm basically saying is the better you know your own emotions and how to recognize it and regulate it, so you learn how to manage your emotions so they're not managing you, it can be a really great asset. In the world, there's all this talk about finding your inner child and people being jealous of the youth going and getting excited about things. You know, ADHD is kind of like that in different ways. I realize I get excited about things very quickly. Sometimes I watch a Disney movie and I start crying at the moment when the parent hugs the child because I get emotional. But feeling that emotion and allowing myself to feel that emotion makes me feel really, really alive. So I would never trade my strong emotions for anything. So the third understanding was I should be aiming to becoming my own best friend as opposed to just self-love. For argument's sake, let's just define self-love as the ability to accept yourself and care about your well-being, which is very important, don't get me wrong. I think that's a great thing, but it's also pretty vague. And also, you know, there are people in my life that I love that I don't necessarily want to be around very much. The idea of becoming your own best friend is that also you're someone that you care about and you do have love and empathy for, but also you're someone that you enjoy their company. And you're someone who makes you laugh. Someone who's there in those moments when your chips are down and you're going through something hard. You know, you're gonna screw up again and again and again. Everyone does. But with ADHD, it happens a lot. So someone you also trust, and building that self-trust develops a much stronger relationship than someone you love unconditionally and can basically do anything, if that makes sense. In conclusion, here's a quick recap. ADHD is a horrible name. There's nothing wrong with your brain, it's just different. 2, strong emotions can be great if you learn how to regulate them and you allow yourself to feel. And 3, aim to be your best friend, someone that makes you laugh, someone that you care about, someone who will support you. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching to the end, or at least skipping to the end. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content, so feel free to subscribe and hit the like button so it reaches more people. I hope you have an amazing day or night wherever you are, and see you in the next video.